Hello, my friend. If you don't already know me, I'm Cami, creator of the blog Tidbits at tidbits-cami.com. Now today's video is just a fun behind the scenes look into a new little venture my husband and I embarked on. So we opened up a booth at a local antique store, and I thought it would just be fun to take you along for the journey. First of all, why did we do this? Well, we certainly weren't looking for more things to do or even a new business prospect. Honestly, it comes down to the fact that we have too much stuff and we need to get rid of it. So we moved from our last home, let's see, what's it been? Probably over 2 years now. And we stuck most of our furniture and belongings into a storage container. I had years of antiques and cool things collected that I just wasn't sure if they would have a place in our new pole barn home that we have now built. I knew this stuff had value and I didn't want to just, donate it all. So we stored it. I was actually kind of appalled that I had held on to so much stuff, but the fact is I am a home and DIY blogger and I love antiquing and thrift shopping, and I have like 5 years of stuff accumulated from blog posts and room reveals and seasonal decor, photo props, and it just has to go. So also when we designed our new home, I can see that my style has shifted and changed as styles naturally do, and most of the items that I had antiqued before just don't fit the new style of our new home. My last home was very romantic, white, and even a little shabby chic, which I loved and still do, but this new home of ours that my husband built entirely, it just calls for a different style. There's just something about my design approach that seems to want to make sure the home represents more of him, so I find my design decisions are leaning a little more masculine with more contrast, definitely a more old world European vibe, but I will always have a love for old things and natural textures, and that just will never change. So anyway, we sold our shipping container, we filled our garage to the brim, and I tried for some time to just sell things on Facebook Marketplace, but I just got so tired of lining up meetings, and I find people there just don't pay for what things are worth. So that led me to talking to a local antique store to see if they had a booth where we could try to sell our things there. Now, luckily there was one open booth and we took it. We filled our truck and trailer with everything, only to find that only about half of it would fit in the booth. So we ended up bringing a lot of it back home. I had a lot of fun just filling the space and styling it as best as I could, and imagining new people visiting the booth and bringing home new treasures that I once found and enjoyed as well. Now, while the items we filled in the booth were random, as most antique stores are, I couldn't help but envision someday creating more of a curated, styled space that really represented all the things that I love and that invite more of a cohesive vibe into the little booth. Just wouldn't you think it'd be fun to create a booth that felt like maybe walking into a room and helping that customer visualize each treasure and what it could be? Maybe that sounds nerdy, but it sounds really fun to me. I'd also love to stock it with my Tidbits linen products someday, once that line grows a bit more, as we are working hard to do. Now, maybe this little venture will someday yield more, but for now, it's doing pretty good. At just seeing that the stuff finds a new home. Now, if you're curious about how it is doing for us, let me share some of the details as we have experienced it. We actually had it set up for about 3 months ago, so I do have some data to share with you. So we have to pay a monthly rental fee, which is, I believe, $150 for this little space. My husband's only concern was that we pay that off each month and get rid of things so he can reclaim his parking spot in the garage. Well, happily, we have cleared that fee each month, plus some. We've had to refill and restock it once, and I've managed to make enough to pay for my kids' tutor each month. That helps me with homeschool a couple hours each day. So that alone has been a major blessing. Quite honestly, it just feels good to clean house and find new appreciative homes for the antiques that I have loved. Well, I had fun sharing this little side hustle with you. If anything more comes of it, I'll keep you in the loop. Hopefully it will become a booming success and I'll spend the rest of my happy days collecting and selling antiques. Although that's very doubtful, it has already proven to be a great excuse to go antique shopping more often and justify a few splurges because, you know, I might be able to enjoy it for a time and then sell it for more later on. Actually, I think this new mentality is kind of dangerous, but it might be a really good second career for a home blogger that swaps things around so much. Let me know your thoughts. Do you love to shop antique stores or antique markets? Have you ever dreamed of having a booth or store of your own? Or what do you think I should do with this little space? I would love to hear your thoughts. You might enjoy watching another video I did on the textures that I'd love to look for when I go antique shopping. Actually, I will leave some links in the description below of just a bunch of antiques that I've styled or fixed up for our home in the past. It might be fun for you to go cruise through that while we're talking about antique shopping. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I will be back to share more inspiration for do-it-yourself living.